Joining us this week on MSUEagles.com is sophomore linebacker Dillion Blackburn. Dillion is from Monterey, Tennessee, and done a great job for the Eagles this year. 47 tackles overall, which ranks second on the team and in the top 5 of the Pioneer Football League. And Dillion, this is the week all of you probably look forward to. You just got off a bye, got away from football for a weekend, hopefully got some time and relaxation with family and friends. Just talk to us about what the last week's been like and getting away from the game for a little bit.
We had practice hard Monday through Thursday. Coach kept telling us we had to earn our chips to get our weekend off, and we came out and we practiced. Didn't focus anything on the upcoming week, just focused on Morehead State and the things that we had been doing wrong and how to fundamentally fix ourselves as a team. And so we put in the work, and then Friday evening they gave us off, so after class everybody got to go home, and they gave us Sunday off also, which is usually our film day and workout day. They gave us that day off, and we came back and had a Monday night practice at the beginning of this week. But it was great to get some time off. You know, a lot of people first time home since August, and it really helped, I feel like.
Football is probably the most physical sport of all the sports offered at Morehead State. Knock on wood, you've been pretty healthy this year. You've stayed on the field, you've stayed in the game, but just talk about some of the guys who have been, bruised and bumped and that kind of thing, and how that extra week away from a game kind of helps people heal.
Oh, we've had quite a few guys. KT and Greg Lewis on the offensive side coming back this week will be a big help, but just the week off, kind of took it light. Every day we were in shells, which is shorts and just shoulder pads for us instead of full pads banging. We were going pretty light, just like I said, focusing on the fundamentals, and it gave those guys time to recover. And Greg's actually coming back this week. He'll be a big help, and we're looking forward to getting those guys back.
Sophomore linebacker Dillion Blackburn with us today on MSUEagles.com. And Dillion, it's pretty obvious to people who follow Eagle football that a lot of starters on defense graduated from last year and moved on. That's caused people like you and Jordan Hendricks to really step up and get some valuable playing time this year, and you guys have made the most of it. Just talk about how your role has changed from last year to this year and now becoming an important piece of the puzzle on the defensive side of the ball.
Yes, last year, me and Jordan were both backups. We had 2 great linebackers in front of us. We had a 4-3, switched up the scheme, but we had 2 great linebackers in front of us. Our whole defensive line was good, but we've had some young guys come in, some freshmen, and me and Jordan both. We know that our role has changed, but we were ready to step up, and we had a great offseason, both of us. The whole defense did. We had a great offseason and stepped up into our role and really embraced it and tried to learn the defense. We switched our defense, but we learned it, and we've really worked as a unit. We've came up short a little bit, but everybody's getting to the ball, and that's all we can ask for. We're really playing great, but role definitely changed, and it was just about being ready to embrace it and step in, and whenever you get a shot, take advantage of it, and that's what everybody that's on the field this year so far has done.
You guys just completed kind of what I would consider a traditional practice here in the afternoon from about 3:30 until 5:45. Just kind of walk us through from the time you hit the field until the time you guys are done for the day, types of things you're consistently working on and who you're working with, both from a player standpoint and a coaching standpoint.
We come out and we do our cows, which is just our fundamental drills and techniques, tackling drills and stuff like that for us with Coach Gillum. Everybody's individual with their position coach, and then we'll go into our period 4, and we'll do a lot of group run, which is bring offense and defense together by themselves and just work on the things of the opponent in the upcoming week. And then after that, we'll run through our special teams, and then after all 4 special teams, we will reconvene as an offense versus a scout defense, and a scout defense versus an offense, and just really work. Same thing, formations from the teams coming up, just to try to get us a look and get us ready for Saturday. And then at the end, we'll come together and we'll put together a little 2-minute drill, ones versus ones out there, and just be really competitive on that. Coach Ballard always gives us different situations, and really that's the only time as a group that we're starters are with each other. And other than that, it's just work on the fundamentals and the basics and try to get ready for our opponents. And then we do a little conditioning. And today, the younger guys had the Eagle Bowl. That's always fun for them. It's their game. So it was an exciting practice today.
The Pioneer Football League opener this year was at Drake, a hard-fought game against a very respectable opponent, probably a loss you would prefer to forget. But as you guys reviewed that tape, what did you learn from a defensive standpoint? What can you take forward? Maybe some of the positive things you guys did, and then some of the things you're looking to improve in future games.
We learned that we can play with anybody. That was Coach Amp from a season ago, and hats off to them. They beat us, but honestly, I think we beat ourselves. We were where we were supposed to be most of the time. We made the plays that we needed to make most of the time, but then there's that part of the time that we messed up, and we wound up really beating ourselves. But we looked at it and we realized that we had to come out and get better on the things that we've been messing up on. A lot of coverages, especially as the linebackers biting up on the shallow routes and letting them throw the deeper routes in behind us. but we've really worked on that, especially with the bye week, and then this week we've just worked on fundamentals of getting better. But as a defense, we realized that if we played Drake like that and we had that game until the very end, that we can play with anybody. And this week Jacksonville's rolling in. They're a really good team, but we feel like we're going to play with them too. We know what they're going to try to do to us to outmatch us. We know how we're going to play them. We're going to play 110%, play them inside out, and we're going to try to come away with a win.
You mentioned Jacksonville, the opponent here at Jane Stadium this Saturday at 1 o'clock. I witnessed a very explosive Jacksonville team last year when we took them on in Florida. Fortunately, their quarterback has moved on. He passed for about 11,000 career yards. But talk about what you've seen on film as far as the Dolphins are concerned and what you guys will have to do as far as the game plan this week.
As always, they have speed. Jacksonville is known to kill with speed. They've got a left-handed quarterback, though, which, like you said, is very different from their quarterback last year. He's throwing 90% of his passes to the left side of the field instead of to the right side of the field, so we're kind of shadowing that side of the field a little more. They've still got great athletes. They're big up front. They're not inexperienced, but they're a little young. They've only got a couple returning guys. I feel like they're going to try to come out, especially with us being a little smaller defense, quote unquote. They're going to come out and try to run the ball down our throat for a little while. And when we start stopping that, I feel like they're going to go out and just try to beat us, get out in space with their athletes, and just try to go for the big play. Jacksonville lives and dies by the big play, and that's what they're going to try to beat us with.
Dillion Blackburn, one of the starting linebackers for Morehead State, with us today on MSUEagles.com. And Dillion, before we let you go, talk to us a little bit about Dillion off the field. Talk to us about what you're studying academically and some of the things you enjoy when you're away from football.
Yes, sir. I'm a junior in the classroom. I was ineligible my freshman year. I'm studying health and wellness education. I want to be around kids, teach, and I want to coach football when I'm done. But off the field, thank God I'm here. I'm all about God. I put Him first. I play music. Anything I can do to praise Him and just hang out with my teammates. Just normal college guy, I guess. But I'm really blessed to be here and thankful for everything that I've got.
Well, Dillion, we wish you and the Eagles all the best this Saturday, and we thank you for joining us today.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Dillion Blackburn, a sophomore linebacker for Morehead State, and we'll have more on MSUEagles.com throughout the week and weekend.